Glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. There are certain games along the way that define your season, and this certainly will be one of them, a top 5 showdown. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Miami's head coach told me before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop. They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Hurricanes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Cuts it upfield. It's Richard. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing, and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The handoff. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Taylor wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Marsh. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB-designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for room. It's Pringle.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Quarterback signaling to his guy. They'll run it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They give it back to him. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. 4th down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. Looking for the marker. And some great 4th down defense against the run.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Jacobs.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Loose in the middle. Touchdown, Canes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown.
Indiana, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Bond. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Uh-oh, look out. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
Got the first down. All kinds of room to the right. Running inside the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Driving forward, it's Marshall. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Takes the handoff. It's Richard. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Indiana! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. On the return, it's Lyle. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lofton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Quick give. It's Pringle. Breaks into the open. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Right side, it's Pringle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Drops back on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Pringle. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Miami 14, Indiana 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. play action on first down. Moving to his left. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Bunch formation for these receivers. Snap on first down, wants to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And he avoids the sack.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback.
Wide open on the right. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Becker. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be the airline time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Wants to throw one first. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. So Miami signals for a timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. The Hoosiers will go for it here on fourth down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Straight ahead, it's Pringle. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Snap in the shotgun. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Lofton. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Keeps it moving. It's Pringle. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. They give it to him again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Moving out to the right. That's it, fly. He's got it. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Fresh center down's going to the air. Going for it all. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're all over it. Left side is Jacobs. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Bond. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Follows his blocks. It's Richard. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks.
And the Hoosiers will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Long way to go on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Out wide left, it's Jacobs.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The hand to the running back. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
And the Canes look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the hot hand. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. In the backfield, it's Pringle. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick, but the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Miami 24, Indiana 14.
From deep, it's Bond. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. There he goes! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Hoosiers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Making the adjustment on the play. Taylor wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Wide receiver going in motion. He's going to run it.
I think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that second down, quarterback had nowhere to go with it, and defense had an opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up 3rd and long, but because they couldn't do that and let him spring free, it's now 3rd and manageable. This defense just making life hard on themselves right now because they're not finishing these plays.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback keeper. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Drops back on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Vaughn. Turning it on.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a gap. It's Pringle. Might have a chance. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. This time they'll throw it. Lets it go. Right side, it's Pringle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Quick catch. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Still on his feet. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. This is a designed run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Canes! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
4th and goal, gotta have it. Who do you go to? You give it to your playmaker. You give it to your quarterback. You trust him. You trust him handling the football. He does what he's supposed to do, gets downhill, makes the 4th down conversion, and they get in for 6.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bond. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Stopped right at the 24-yard line, and that's short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Going to try to get it himself. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
4th down, no problem. Call your own number. He does a great job sticking the ball in the belly of the running back, pulling that thing out, taking off and running, and knowing he had the 1st down. Nice job by this offense to get a fresh set of downs.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Taylor wants to throw it. Look out! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. Making the adjustment. Motion from the wide receiver. Snapped on 4th down. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll move the wide receiver. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the stomping has commenced. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Bond. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Breaks into the open. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds. And the Hoosiers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The play fake. Flush to the left. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Brings it in down the left side. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Sells the run, looking to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Finds a crease. It's Richard. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Bush is ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Got to make the play on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run it.
Right back to it. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Enough to move the chains. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. I know